Today's adventure takes us from the village of Hayfield to the desolate Trig point at Knoll. However, I'm a student living in Fallowfield and didn't want to spend any money, so how are we getting there? Well, thanks to this beauty, I can get any bus in the surrounding area for free. Well, £300 for the year. Anyway, this adventure started with me deciding the route in the morning to give a spontaneous feel to the whole adventure. This was closely followed by a hearty breakfast to fuel me for the day that stood before me. The ever-reliable 25 was boarded at around 12 PM, meaning that this may be a challenging escapade in terms of height and distance for the time frame. About 17 minutes later, I arrived at God's first attempt at creating hell, also known as Stockport. In the 20 minutes I had to kill before my 358 bus to Hayfield, I saw the Great Pyramids of Giza, admired Europe's largest brick structure, appreciated the eye-catching brutalist architecture, made friends with some pigeons, held my breath past the murky River Mersey, and debated a pint before realising the time and boarding the 358 at 12:35. After traversing through the posh town of Marple, the bus took me through the picturesque villages of New Mills, Alderset, Thornset and Birch Vale before arriving to the tranquility of Hayfield at around 1:40 PM, where the adventure really begins. In no less than 60 seconds, I was out of the centre of Hayfield and onto the long, steep Highgate Road. So, part 1 done. Just over there is Highgate Road, which was a lot steeper than I thought, but I just sort of did it quickly because it's just a boring country road, so nothing too exciting. But now we're on the Pennine Bridleway, which takes us most of the way, to be fair. It's pretty straightforward navigation wise, this route, straight that way. We've got the Kinder Plateau over there, which I was thinking of doing, but that is the tallest in the peaks, so it'd be a bit boring to do straight away. But yeah, hopefully this will be a good toilet spot as well, because I am bursting. Pretty straightforward navigation wise, this route. Or so I thought. It turns out I was actually here, and I still had double the length of Highgate Road to ascend before I was supposed to turn off onto the Bridleway here, which is where you now join me as I explain my rookie mistake. Okay, here we are. I told a lie. The one down there was not the Pennine Bridleway, and I ended up going up it. Just looked completely wrong on the map, so I double checked and it was. So I turned back, walked even more up this road, even more of a hill, which is good because I feel like a lot of hill is out the way. But we've got that to go up now. That's South Head and Mount Famine, as far as I'm aware, which we do go over and reach the top of. No trig point, but there's a cairn or something. And the view of Kinder is a lot better. You can't really see because there's trees in the way. But I'm not sure what this one is, so I'll find out and put it in. Yeah, down the Pennine Bridleway we go. Another slight error on my behalf, as this is not the Pennine Bridleway, but a sub-bridleway, if you like, that leads onto the mighty Pennine one here. Again, this is explained in about 10 seconds. So this next bit, all along the Pennine Bridleway, we go, follow it, snake it round, and then end up there, I'm pretty sure. Told a lie again. Now we are officially on the Pennine Bridleway. That behind was just a little path to get onto the Pennine Bridleway. Pennine Bridleway goes over that way and this way, and we're sticking to the right. We've got High Hayes Farm just down there, and we've got the disused quarry somewhere on this side, but I can't really find anything important from it. Okay, I know what this is now. There's Chinley Churn. So I guess this is just the back of it. I don't know if it has a separate name or anything. But yeah, that's definitely Chinley Churn over there. So that means the town of Chinley is just in that valley. But yeah, pushing on up. Passing by the rolling fields of Higher Hayes Farm, over the disused quarry, which was out of view on the incline of the Pennine Bridleway, and with the view of Chinley Churn on my right, you join me here as I begin my detour around Mount Famine. We've got some sort of bird of prey, which I'm going to assume is a kestrel. And then we've got the side of Mount Famine, which we're going to walk along to South Head. As I take in the views to my right, I can't help but imagine the view that will surround me at the summit of Brown Knoll. For now though, the grassy side of Mount Famine looms over me, which will be climbed in a future adventure. Continuing round Mount Famine, we see the adjacent summit of South Head, which I thought the bridleway took me over, however, I soon realised it didn't. As just mentioned, I follow the bridleway which cuts to the left of South Head. There was an off-road path, if you like, that led to South Head's mysterious summit. However, due to time concerns, I decided to stay on the bridleway. From Mainstone Farm on the right to passing by South Head, you join me at the invisible shake holes where a crossroad of paths sees our exit off the Pennine Bridleway, as I continue forward on the final straight to Brown Knoll. Definitely over halfway. We've just got to walk along the same path for I don't know how long, for quite a while. I think we're okay for time. Last bus is at midnight, so I will get back, well, hopefully, but yeah, I would like to be home earlier than that, but if there's an emergency. I'm not eating yet, so this is what you're going to watch me do. I love these while walking. I just sort of, I don't know, I don't really crave them ever, unless I'm on a walk. I don't know what it is, because they're sweet, chewy, it's just what your body wants. I'm literally just going to tear bits off and eat it. So this is my little lunch setup, as you just saw. Just came from that direction. So we missed South Head because I went like the proper path, but there's like another path that's not on the map that you can see that goes up. So we'll do that on the way back, I reckon. But now it is straight along this path, straight, and then it veers off to the left, and somewhere over here is the trig point and the end of our walk. So hopefully maybe half an hour, and then we can start heading back. We've also got Mount Famine, which we missed completely. I'll have a look, but I don't think I'll be able to go there today just because of time. It's currently 3:15, so I'm not doing too bad. It's been 2.5 hours, so I reckon 3 hours. 3 hours back would be maybe about 6 we get to the bus. But if we walk quickly, it shouldn't be too bad. Obviously we're taking a slight detour, but I did go wrong on the way, which maybe added 10 minutes, but quick walk should be alright. But I'm gonna push on now, let's go. After my quick lunch break, I hastily tread through the boggy landscape along the path towards my final destination. On this shaky and slanted GoPro footage due to the lack of chest restraint, my breast pocket captures me hopping over waterlogged bogs, clambering over derelict stiles, and taking in the views of Kinder Scout on my left and the unaccomplished South Head and Mount Famine behind me. As I passed the sheepfold here, about half of this deserted footpath was left, and the summit of Brown Knoll grew ever closer. And you now join me here as I take the right path headed to the trig point still out of view. Now on the final straight with the trig point in sight, signifying the top of Brown Knoll, The sense of achievement began to set in, and the gradual release of dopamine started to hit. And I had done it. At 3:36 p.m, 3 hours and 14 minutes from departing the bus at Hayfield, I had done it. With no drainage holes and a plugged spider, this white painted Trig stood proud, raised off the ground and in good condition, 569 metres above sea level. I briskly took in the amazing views that surrounded me and hopped off the Trig, headed for the same paths home. No circular today, unfortunately. From the top, I could see the rapidly growing centre of Manchester, Kinder Scout that was belittling me almost, and the respective villages of Chinley, Buxworth and Brownside. The journey back would be a much simpler adventure as I traced my exact steps back. This allowed me to take in and appreciate my environment. Knoll over there. I've got the Kinder Plateau, and we're just heading back this way. We've got South Head and Mount Famine again. Hang on, flipping heck. What is that? Okay, we're at the fork in the path now. This way to South Head, and this way is the way we came from, the quicker way. And it's 4:45, so I'm going to go the quicker way, unfortunately. So we'll have to do South Head another time. Whoops. Just kidding. South Head. Decent views. That's what we were on top of. Brown Knoll. Kinder Plateau. Mount Famine. Solely for the fear of missing out, I diverted before reaching the Pennine Bridleway, up this very steep, off-the-map path directly to the summit of South Head, which offered views not dissimilar to Brown Knoll. This summit, which I have achieved before, was reached at 4:47 PM, and within no time I was stepping down the other side headed to the Pennine Bridleway. Not too far from the bottom of this road now, and you can hear the main road. I don't know if you can, well I can, so we're pretty close. But just past this abandoned house, I assume was called Holly. It's pretty interesting. Still got windows in that top window. These are all boarded up though. Be interesting to know the story behind that. But let's finish this adventure now. Let's wrap up. And with that, it was over. At 5:30 PM, I made it back to the Hayfield bus stop and waited for my 358 home. In total, 10.6 dynamic miles across roads, hills and bog was stepped, leaving me to reflect on a fantastic solo adventure.